So I have with me two very special guests. To my right, I have one of the longest reigning five-star champions in Alexander Moss. And if my brother to my left wouldn't mind introducing himself.
Yeah, my name is Cameron Collins.
Introduce yourself to them like you did to me. You're the chosen one, right? Tell them who you are, Cam.
I'm the chosen one, Cameron Collins. I'm 21 years old, and I'm living a dream.
Cam, and Moss, it's a pleasure to have you both here. So Cam, you called yourself the chosen one. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with you. Cam, you've embraced that title, I see. So what does it mean to you, and how do you plan to prove that against someone like Alexander Moss?
The nickname Chosen One, that's more than just something to stamp on a t-shirt and make money. It's a lifestyle for me. My entire life, I've been doubted, overlooked, overshadowed, and now I finally have a chance to prove my worth in something. I couldn't prove my worth playing basketball growing up. I couldn't prove my worth playing football because I wasn't given the opportunity. And I worked hard, just as hard, if not harder than anybody else on the court or on the field. But I was always overlooked. I was always doubted. And now I have a chance to live my dream and prove it against somebody as experienced as Alexander Moss. Like I said, the chosen one. I feel like God put me on this earth to be that. You know, my family looks at me as someone who could be a role model for my younger siblings, even my older siblings, and other family relatives. They look to me to be the guy to carry our family's namesake, the mantle. They look to me to bring our family to the promised land, to make sure everybody is taken care of. I'm the guy that they look to for that. And back to your question of how I plan to prove that against somebody like Moss, I don't have a straight answer because you never know what's going to happen until you get in between those ropes and the bell rings. But my entire life, I never ducked any challenge, no matter how big, no matter how small. And that's not going to change on December 28th at Holiday Slam.
You're stepping into the ring with someone who's held that championship longer than anyone in history. How do you prepare for a challenge of this magnitude?
You prepare just as if he were somebody as new as me. Because Alexander Moss is a former five-star pro wrestling heavyweight champion, right? That means he's had to have been beaten at least once at some point in time in his career. He's not a machine. He's not a monster. He's a man. Just like me. He bleeds just like I bleed. On December 28th, it ain't about championships. It's about respect. I walked up to Moss. I walked up to you at Boxcar to give you your flowers, to congratulate you on your win and what you do. You spit in my face. So on December 28th, and while you're sitting here laughing at me, disrespecting me, I'm going to remain humble. But on December 28th, I'm going to show you just exactly what happens when you underestimate somebody like me, who's been doubted their entire life and now has the fuel in which to use against somebody as experienced as you. And then you will have to explain to your wife and your kids what it felt like losing to somebody who you look at as a rookie, but who everybody else will soon refer to as the future of five-star pro wrestling.
Alexander, I'm going to ask you real fast. You're the former longest reigning five-star pro wrestling champion. Do you feel Cam is underestimating the focus and resilience it takes to succeed at this top level?
First of all, before I ask or answer your question,
Sure.
I'm going to tell you that that's your one pass. you'll never mention my family again. That's your singular pass. You understand? You can have this thing ended before you even started doing silly things like that. You talk about respect. Just like this gentleman just said, I am the longest reigning Firestar heavyweight champion in history. And I sat here and I listened to your story, and here's the thing, I can tell from the emotion, I can tell that it's coming from the gut, I can tell that you feel like that you're the only one that has experienced the things that you've experienced, that you're the only one that has given its all to basketball, but basketball gave you nothing back, that you're the only one that ever had to take care of his family, that you're the only one that people look up to, but you're not. And you want respect because of that? No, that's your reasonable surface. And you think I don't respect you because of the way that I more or less dismissed you in Boxcar. No, I dismissed you because you don't yet understand. But I'm here. I'm sitting in this seat across from you answering these questions because I do see you. And I do see something.
You see the chosen one in him. He claims to be the chosen one. Do you see him as someone who could truly carry that torch? Or is he just another overhyped upstart?
I wouldn't dare say he was overhyped. Reason being is because I've been right where he is. I've sat in that very seat. You keep talking about the approval of those that you've been around, the approval of your family, the approval of the coaches that cut you, the approval of the fans that watched you. You think this business is going to give you an approval? I am the longest reigning Firestar heavyweight champion, but as you can see, I'm still right here at Firestar. Meaning, what approval? You don't see me clamoring for approval. You think because they haven't taken me off to Orlando that I still don't know that I'm the absolute truth? You call yourself the chosen one and you think that those are the things that make you the chosen one? You think walking up to the absolute truth and giving him his flowers and hoping, this is what you were hoping that I clamored and that I said I appreciate it, hoping that I said, hey man, I've been watching you, you're right, you are the chosen one. No. Because the truth is, this business is going to eat you up and it's going to spit you out and then it's going to eat you up again. I don't care how many accolades that you have. I don't care how high on the mountain you find yourself. I don't care what you think you've bore on your shoulders. This business does not care. Many would call me a bitter veteran, and it's only been 6 years. But I'm not bitter, I'm just honest. Many are afraid to say what needs to be said when it comes to this business, when it comes to the guys that are pulling the strings and calling the shots. So you're the chosen one. So you've been chosen to watch those who are nowhere near as good as you succeed more than you. You've been chosen to go out there and put your body on the line every single night for them to tell you that it wasn't good enough, but hey, come and do it again tomorrow. You've been chosen to get in the ring with the absolute truth, Alexander Moss, on December the 28th, and you think I don't like you. No, I'm indifferent. But I see you, Cam. I see you. And you are chosen. You are the chosen one, but you have no idea what that means. He doesn't know.
Cam, any last words?
Walk with me. Rock with me. Win with me. Or watch me win. On December 28th. And I want you to look at me when I tell you this. You will step up and you'll get walked down.
Moss.
Walk with him. Rock with him. Win with him. Who are you talking to, Cam? Who are you talking to? You still don't get it. In this business, and especially in that ring, and especially on December the 28th, you will be all by yourself. And as soon as you think you have friends, as soon as you think you have fans, as soon as you think these promoters love you, matter of fact, Cam, I got a few questions for you. You're the chosen one, right? So I guess you took it upon yourself to step up to someone of great stature, someone like Alexander Moss, to prove that, correct? You thought that this was the way that you were going to cement who you were as if you beat someone like Alexander Moss, correct? Oh, chosen one. How about this one? How about this one? When the pressure.
Pressure?
There it is.
What you know about pressure, Moss? I've had to deal with pressure my whole damn life. I can tell you what pressure is. Pressure is your own father not believing in you enough to want to support you and want to watch you live your dream. That's pressure. Pressure is your father telling you that this, being a professional wrestler, being able to travel the world, is impossible. So find the setback. That's pressure. Pressure is your mother not believing in you enough to provide the necessary funds, the necessities needed to pursue your dream of professional wrestling. That's pressure. Your pressure is your own siblings not believing in you to want to come out and support you. I invited them to watch me whoop up on you on December 28th, and none of them can make it. Every single one of them had an excuse. But you know what? I let that ride off my shoulders, but that's still pressure that I'm building on. You know nothing about pressure. Why? Because you had this around you your whole life. I didn't. The fact of the matter is, all that pressure is going to turn me into a star-studded diamond, and you're going to watch. As a matter of fact, instead of watching, you're going to be the first victim on December 28th at Holiday Slam. So don't sit here and try to talk to me like you know anything about pressure, because you don't. I've dealt with it my whole life. But it's cool. What you saying right now is just words. And what I'm saying right now might just sound like just words to you. But come Holiday Slam, I'm going to show you exactly why the chosen one is more than just a moniker, than just a nickname, something to sell merch. At Holiday Slam, I'm going to whoop your ass. And that is the absolute truth.
There it is. There it is, Cam, but let me show you the difference between you and me. I mentioned pressure, and your blood pressure rises. You're telling me my life. You know why I'm sitting here with you, Cam? Because I don't bend at the knee. I'm sitting here with you because I don't do it as they tell me that I should. I'm sitting here with you because I have a family to take care of, and I refuse to put this business before my family. And because I refuse to put this business before my family, this business refuses to choose me. I know that I'm the best. I know that a talent like mine doesn't come twice in a lifetime. I know that I can step in anyone's ring, whether it be on the independents or whether it be on television. And I will be the absolute truth. But just like you, there was a time where I lost myself, where I was angry, where I didn't want to do this anymore. And I'm trying to help you not get there. I'm trying to help you before you wreck your vehicle like I did. So I like all that anger. And I want you to bring every bit of that to Holiday Slam on December 28th. Every bit of it. And I'm glad your family's not going to be there because you need to learn to do it for you. But I need you to understand one thing, and I need you to understand it right now. Everything that he just mentioned, everything that you already know, and I know that you know because you walked up to me. You extended your hand. That's not just on paper. It is who I am. I may not be able to go from town to town like everybody else because I refuse to sacrifice what I love for my passion. But you better believe that on the 28th, with every bit of the fight that I see in your eyes, it will not be enough. But you are the chosen one. Now I'm just wondering if you can bear it. That is yet to be seen. And you think you were cute, right? That's the absolute truth. Or right back at you, and love me or hate me. It's because I dare to tell you the truth.